LinkedIn is 20 years and they have over 875 million members in over 200 countries around the world. Is it possible that your dream clients can be on this platform? Most definitely. So the question is, how do you find them? In this video, I am going to be showing you how you can land clients via the LinkedIn platform as a freelance writer. If you are a freelance writer, then you should know that LinkedIn is the freelance writer's best friend, basically. So if you follow the basic guide that I'm going to give, then you're going to have clients knocking at your door on LinkedIn. Let's get into the video. So earlier I mentioned that LinkedIn is the freelance writer's friend. Why? Because everybody is on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very professional platform that has a lot of professionals. So you're going to be finding your HR manager, you're going to be finding your CEOs, you're also going to be finding team members, team leads on the LinkedIn platform. Everyone is trying to showcase their expertise. They're also trying to find budding talents that they can add to their organization, and they're basically just looking to connect with related people that can add value to them or they can add value to. So you see why LinkedIn is a very good platform for you as a freelance writer. So if you're a writer here and you are not yet on LinkedIn, then that is the first mistake you are making. All right, whether you freelance or not, whatever you do, I feel like whatever job you do, you should be on LinkedIn, whatever it is you're doing, whether you are in the tech space or not. But especially as a freelance writer, you definitely should have a space on LinkedIn. It doesn't matter how many connections you have. What matters is that you have the right connections. So if you're watching this video right now and you're not on LinkedIn, then please go over to that platform and sign up and start to connect with people from there. So I'm going to be telling you 5 major things that I have done over the course of my freelance writing career to find clients via this platform. And I have found a lot of clients via this platform, some of which I actually had to turn down because I had a lot of work on my table. So yes, when I say it's possible, trust me, I'm speaking from experience. There are 2 major ways that you can get clients on LinkedIn. The first one is the inbound method and the second one is the outbound method. Now with the inbound method, you basically wait for clients to come and find you because they have seen your work, they have heard about you, and then they're now coming to find who this person is. The outbound method, on the other hand, you have to go and look for the clients. Both ways work, both ways are effective, and you can choose to get clients using both methods. The first thing you have to do is to identify your niche. That is the first step. You need to decide what you do and find a way to narrow down your services or whatever it is you're doing. Make it narrowed down and identify with people in that niche. This is the first step. If you're not sure what you do, then you would not have a way to relate your services to people. So you need to know first of all what you do. So knowing what you do takes like 70% of the job off you, because now that you know what to do, you can have ordered steps, you can work in a direction, you can know the path to take. So that takes a lot of the job off you. So when you have completed defining your career, defining your path, where you're going, who are your dream clients, all those kind of questions that let you realize what you want to do and your career path in the short term and in the long run. The next thing you have to do is optimize your profile. You need to optimize your profile. This is my LinkedIn profile and I have optimized it for what I do, showing exactly what I do, how I do it, how I can help you. Basically, what you can do is talk to people, let them know how you can help them, let them know exactly what you do. When you have an optimized profile that has hashtags, that have keyword in your industry or around your niche, then it's easier for people with a similar interest as you to find you. All right, so you want to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is very optimized. So the next thing you want to do after optimizing your profile is to connect with your industry. Now, I understand that when your profile is optimized, people are going to find you. And I know that you want to be found, but you also have to go out to find people that are doing a similar thing as you. All right, you need to find people that put out the kind of content you like, that talk the way you want to talk, people that have already gone ahead of you, or people that are still around your level, or even people that aren't up to your level yet. It's a mixture of everything. A connection is a mixture of these three classes of people. So you want to find people like, and the good thing about LinkedIn is that LinkedIn's algorithm is very wonderful. It is very favorable for freelance writers or for general business people. So if you are putting out the kind of content that LinkedIn wants you to put out on its platform, then you would have no problems being found on LinkedIn. All right, on average, I get impressions of about 5 to 10,000 on a post when I make a kind of post that my LinkedIn connections like, that the platform as a whole likes, then it gets to be seen, it gets to reach a lot of persons. So what you want to do is make sure that you connect with people in your space. So when you start making the move to connect, LinkedIn suggests people that are in your space to you. And before you know it, you start popping up on people's timelines and people start connecting with you and your connections start growing. And now one thing about the large connection is that the larger the connection you have, the larger the engaged connection you have, the more people can see your post. And the more people can see your post, the higher the chance of your post being shared and reaching a larger audience. So it's just a cycle that you cannot ignore. All right, so find people in your sphere and connect with them. Now, the other thing that I do is post valuable content. People are on LinkedIn to consume content, and it is your job to give them value. If you are not giving value on LinkedIn, your engagement rate is going to drop because people are not going to be very interested in the kind of posts that you put out. So one thing you have to do is give value. So let's say you are a finance content writer and you have a lot of knowledge around finance. When you start to put out content around finance, talk about finance, talk about how to make your finances better, how to save, invest, all of the things that are related to finance, experts will start to see you, bloggers will start to see you, and before long, people that need your services will find you and they'll be drawn to you. They'll check out your post, they'll see that you give off a lot of value, and before long they'll be coming knocking at your DMs. Another thing that I do is I actively search for clients. Now, actively searching for clients does not necessarily mean going to cold pitch or going to a stranger's DM to tell them that you can do something for them. No, you can be actively searching without really actively searching, and I'm going to tell you. So LinkedIn lets you find clients. I told you that the LinkedIn algorithm is very friendly. So if you use the right hashtags, if you use the right keywords, you'd be able to actually find people that are searching for your services. All right, I made a video on how you can find writing jobs on social media. So if you use the right keywords and use the right hashtag, for instance, if you go on LinkedIn search and put out a keyword like looking for content writers, you'll see a list of connections that have put up something related to that keyword, looking for content writers. All right, and among this list you might find someone who is actually actively looking for content writers and probably try to pitch your services to the person. Now, on the subject of actively searching, LinkedIn also has this job feature that lets you find jobs easily. So on LinkedIn, people that are searching for clients can come, everybody can come and look for clients. It's basically a marketplace, so everyone is on LinkedIn, both buyers and sellers. All right, so with the job feature, you can be able to search for jobs and you can apply intelligently to these offers. Now, cold emailing can work, but you need to be careful about cold emailing, all right? Cold pitching on LinkedIn. Okay, so it is easier and you have higher chances of succeeding when you cold pitch a person that you are already familiar with on the platform, which is why LinkedIn does take some effort. You just don't expect to go on LinkedIn one day and then see results the next day. I mean, stuff like that could happen, but it's not very common. So you need to put in the work, you need to put in the effort of being intentional about building connections and relationships. So let's say there's a particular firm that you are always in their business, always engaging with their content, and before long they start to notice you. And don't even be surprised if they come up to check your profile to see who is this person that is always engaging in our posts. Let's see. And then they find, oh, she writes and we need a writer. And who knows, you just might end up landing yourself a client. Now, another thing that you can do when people are more familiar with you because you've been engaging with their content, you can easily send them a DM. You can start with just a normal appreciation DM and then get them to talk a bit about themselves. And before you know it, you can actually pitch your services subtly to them. And who knows what would be birthed out of that action. Okay, so to recap, I said the first thing you need to do is choose your niche. And then when you've done this, you need to optimize your profile to ensure that it is targeted toward the right audience. And then next thing you need to do is start connecting with your target audience. Find people in your industry and in your niche and engage with their content. And the next thing you need to do is start putting out valuable content intentionally. Start putting out content that are related to what you do. And then I also said finally that you should actively search for clients on LinkedIn. All right, so if you follow these steps that I have just listed, then you are definitely going to see results. It might not be in one day or 1 week, but you definitely get results. Okay, so here's to finding more clients on LinkedIn and other platforms. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you aren't subscribed. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.